Hey guys, and today is another favourites video. I know, I'm sorry, I've been doing these favourite videos in like 2 months, like together. So like we had March and April and now I'm doing May and June. I just find it easier at the minute to do it like this because I've been filming so many other videos and I've been very busy over the past couple of months. And as you guys have seen, you will know why that is. The Paramore concert, it was absolutely friggin' awesome. Anywho, we're gonna go straight into this favourites video because I do not want to keep you any longer than I already am. First of all, I'm gonna start off with a Primark candle. And I can tell you now, I've nearly halfway down, nearly. I'm so glad I'm not because I don't think they sell this one anymore. If it comes back out, I'll probably pick another one up because it is that gorgeous. It's the mango and passion fruit and I love it. It gives this really strong scent to the room and my mum especially could smell it the other day when I was burning it. However, she doesn't like passion fruit, so she didn't really like it. However, I love it. I love entering my room with this fragrance. It is insane. The next thing that I have been loving over the past 2 months is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit in Sun Dipped. I have been loving this to bits. However, when you look at it, when I open it, it doesn't look like I've used it that much, but to be fair, I've only had it for a good 3 months now, maybe? I can't remember, but I seriously love this. I love the colours. I really do. Let me put it this side so you can see it so it's not, the sun's not blaring it. But I absolutely love this. You would think I probably wouldn't go for this kind of glow palette because I'm really pale. However, I've managed to pull off every highlighter here pretty well, and I'm wearing, would you believe, the darkest shade bronzed just on the tops of my cheekbones, and I love how it gives me a kind of sun-kissed look. So I'm not quite tanned, but I could really build it up if I wanted to. But I do love the kind of gold, sun-kissed look that these highlighters give me. In fact, you could just get this palette and you won't need any more highlighters. These two totally recommend for like when you're tan skin, or even if you just want to look kind of gold and bronzy. Summer and Moonstone I totally recommend for everyday use, just on the everywhere you want to highlight really. It's just a really good solid highlighting kit. Really love it. Next, what do we have? These bad boys. You may notice, I'm not sure if you can notice that from there, but you may notice I am wearing a very metallic lip, and Barry M once again released some more lip kits, and these are the metallic ones. I've only got 2, that's because I wasn't so keen on the third one, which is called Prestige, and that is a pink. No, sorry, not Prestige, Allure. See, that's a good reason why I didn't get it, because I can't even pronounce it. Allure. I really, ugh. No. But the ones I did get are Prestige and 24 carat. The one I am wearing is 24 carat. The one I've been loving is 24 carat. It is this gorgeous copper gold orange peachy shade, and I love my peach shades, so you know I'm gonna love it. Prestige is this kind of like pinky, a dark pinky nude metallic. If you love, I think it was the shade Runaway from the first Barry M lip kit collection, then you will love Prestige. I was actually leaning more towards Prestige, however I prefer 24 carat and love it more. So I've only had them, they only just came out, not the week just gone but the week before, and I love them. I love them to bits. I always have to include edible items because it's a favourites video. I mean, you've got to put some kind of food in there, you know. You've been loving food and I've had 2 months of it. So the first thing I wanted to mention are these Butterfinger Nestle cups. Oh my gosh, you should have seen my face when I walked into Asda and saw these babies. I need to go pick some more up because they're just so nice. They did coconut ones as well, which I don't like coconut, so I just couldn't imagine them tasting that nice, but whoever likes coconut, you go try those ones and let me know what you think. You get 4 in a pack, and the Butterfinger is American. That's why I was very surprised to see them in the English aisle in Asda. So I don't know whether they're bringing Butterfinger over here in the UK, but I would absolutely be over the moon if they did, like the actual Butterfinger bars. I know they are in the UK, but they're under the American aisle and their prices are extortionate. However, I do get them when they're on offer. But yes, Butterfinger cups, if you love peanut butter, if you love Butterfingers, if you've ever tried them, if you like Reese's basically, you will most likely like these. As it's been absolutely baking over the past couple of months, I saw these bad boys in Tesco's. These are the Haagen-Dazs mango and raspberry ice cream bars. They are seriously heaven on earth. They are delicious. I have had at least 3 boxes now. This is probably like my 4th box and I cannot get enough of them. They are on offer. Actually, no, I think the offer's just ended. If you do see these bad boys in Tesco's, I seriously highly recommend you pick them up because you will never want to go back. Seriously, mango and raspberry is the perfect combination, and with Haagen-Dazs ice cream, which is my favorite, they are delicious. Absolutely freaking delicious. I do have 2 left. This is just the box. They're not melting inside, don't panic. TV. Or television, shall we say. Fear the Walking Dead is back on our TV, and seriously, it just keeps getting better and better. It's still not as good as The Walking Dead, but Fear the Walking Dead has seriously improved over the past season. Like this season, whoa. It's always filling that void for me when the actual Walking Dead disappears for like 6 months, but I am excited to see how this season continues. Like, I have really been enjoying it. There are some gruesome parts that never would have happened in the first couple of episodes of The Walking Dead, so yeah, go watch it. The Crown. Now, me and my mum loved Victoria, and then when Victoria finished, they had an advert straight after for The Crown, which is on Netflix, and for a while we put it off, but we got round to it a couple of months ago, and seriously, I love it. I think we're about halfway through it. We kind of like try to spread it out. I think we've got about 3-4 episodes left, and it is so good. I love it. I love learning about the Queen, the royal family in general, and it really puts things into perspective and how much society has changed on how we view the royal family. Some things I completely were like, oh my gosh, get over yourself. Like, the world's different now, and that's it. It was just the kind of, how does the royal family break out of the tradition of royalties and its past, and then put that into the modern day era and respect that we as a society have to give the royal family, and some of the royal family has to give us, the public. So yeah, I really do love the cast as well. The cast are phenomenal. The Queen, which is played by Claire Foy, oh my goodness, she's got that British accent nailed to the friggin' post. She sounds like the Queen, and she pulls off the character of the Queen very well. I'm calling her the Queen, it's Elizabeth, Queen Elizabeth. Philip is played by Matt Smith. I wasn't so sure about this going into The Crown, however, now I've seen it and watched the episodes, he's like perfect. I couldn't picture anyone else. Like, he even has the facial look as well. It's just so good. Oh, I just love it, and it's a TV program that I cannot wait for my sister to come back to, and she can just binge watch it, because it is, I don't know, it's just so good. I love Victoria, I love The Crown, I love anything like that, and yeah, I completely recommend that to you if you like that sort of thing. The last TV series I wanted to mention was Confess, and this can only be found on a website in America. However, someone eventually and finally put links up on YouTube so I could watch the episodes. So Confess is a 7-episode series. I think the episodes are about 26-30 minutes long, and it stars Katie, who plays Daphne in Switched at Birth, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to watch it. I have also had Confess on my TBR list for a while, but I thought I'd go ahead and watch it first to see if it is worth reading, and I've watched it now, and oh my gosh, I cannot get over it. Confess is really, really good. So Confess is a romance, not so much very airy. It's more about the concept of getting out of a terrible relationship and believing in yourself and finding ways that you can move forward with the person you actually love, or with the relationships you actually love. Not feeling caged in with a relationship that you're only going to go into because of certain circumstances in your life. That was a really long explanation, but if you kind of get the gist of what I'm saying, you should really check it out. Again, the acting in Confess is very well done. It's just a shame that it's only shown in America on a certain website. Like, I wish it was a bit more available for the rest of the world. It's very interesting for someone who doesn't believe that they can get out of a bad relationship because one or two parties are being a bit controlling over you. You have your own mind, you have your way about living life. You can do what you want if you just believe. There we go. End it with a bit of a Disney quote. Moving on to movies, and I'm just going to pick two because I have seen quite a few films over the past 2 months, but the two that come to mind is first Pirates of the Caribbean, which was released in May 26th, Salazar's Revenge, I think it was, but in America or other parts of the world it's called Dead Man Tales No Tales, and I wish that was our title because that's one of the quotes that's been going through so many of the films, yet we get Salazar's Revenge. He doesn't even get a revenge, really, like, because it just fails. Spoiler alert. I absolutely love this film. I went into this film not knowing much about it apart from 1 or 2 trailers, but again, I hadn't really paid attention to it. But this film has to be one of my favorites. It's enchanting. The cinematography is beautiful, and the ending. If you're gonna watch the film for anything, you just gotta go and watch it for the ending. Seriously. That was the bit where I just cried so much. Like, it is so good. That film has seriously got me like, this is the reason why I love Disney, and this is the reason why I love Pirates of the Caribbean. The second film I wanted to talk about, I have just seen about a week and a half ago, and that was the anticipated Wonder Woman. That came out June the 1st, and oh my gosh, I've been waiting for this film ever since I saw the trailer last year. Beauty and the Beast and Wonder Woman are my 2 top films that I've been wanting to see this year. And the third one is, of course, Star Wars, which is not out until the end of the year. However, Wonder Woman has completely beat my expectations, or met them, shall we say. It was just so good. The acting was on point. The outfit, oh my goodness. Diana's outfit / Wonder Woman's outfit was hot. I can tell you now, it was freaking gorgeous. She looks stunning. The film's very empowering for women, and I do hope that this is a film that will lead on to many super heroine films, because I would love to see more girls get up there and just let the industries take these movies, because if they can do Wonder Woman and Beauty and the Beast, those kind of films, if they can do that, I'm really looking forward to things like Supergirl. I know Supergirl, the TV show, is a little bit cheesy, but I still love it and would love to see Supergirl on the big screen. And there's just so many more. I know there is one film coming out in 2019, and that is Captain Marvel, which is the namesake of Marvel. So yeah, I'm excited for that film. But yes, I am very empowered right now. There are a lot of women coming forward in a lot of things, music, TV, films. They're just going full out this year, and I am really feeling the love. Now we're going to move on to music, and there's just 4 music items that I really wanted to highlight. First being a very recent one, which is Haim's latest single. Now by the time this video goes up, their album is probably out, because I'm just filming this a couple of days before that album is released. But I can tell you now, from the 3 songs that have been released, I think it's 3 now. Yeah, you got Right Now, Want You Back, and Little of Your Love. So Little of Your Love was released on June the 18th/19th, depending which part of the world you were in during the time of release. But yes, they dropped it on a Monday, and it's probably my favourite one yet. I love Want You Back, but this one, I don't know, I really love it. It really gets me in that summer mood, and it makes me really happy, full of love. I can tell you this album is gonna be a hit. Like, I can already hear it. Like, their first album, I've said to so many of my friends that if Haim just decided not to continue doing music after their first album, which was Days Are Gone, I would be happy. Days Are Gone is a fantastic debut, and I wouldn't need any more. However, they're giving us more, so I am all prepared and so very excited, and by the time this video is up, I am probably listening to it and crying my eyes out of how good it is. So yes, if you haven't heard it, go listen to Little of Your Love and the other 2 songs that have been released for the album Something to Tell You. June the 16th, Jules Vera, another one of my favourite artists, have released their brand new album. This album is called Waiting on the Sun, and I was quite surprised with this album. Very poppy and really light, but I love the melodies and I love the tones that we're getting from the guitars and the vocals as well. So yeah, I was really kind of surprised after the single called Lifeline, but don't get me wrong, I do love it. One of the songs that really stand out is called Porch Swing. I really like that one. It's a different side of Jules Vera that we haven't seen yet, and I'm excited to see what more they will release in future. So if you haven't checked the album out, if you don't know who Jules Vera is, seriously, get on board, because I love them. It was only a couple of years ago, I think 2015, which I just stumbled across them on Spotify and was blown away pretty much. And yeah, the rest is history, because I am a complete and total #1 fan of theirs, and I absolutely love them to bits. So in my last favourites, or was it my February favourites, Katy Perry released her single, which was Chained to the Rhythm. Now you can imagine with these 2 months that have gone by how much emotional state I have been in, shall we say, because not only has Katy Perry released her album, she's released a few videos. She's done a collaboration with Calvin Harris, Big Sean and Pharrell Williams as well, and she is just fully out there. She even did this Worldwide Witness, which basically she had this house created for her, and she spent the whole weekend, so 4 days in this house. You got to view her doing some interviews, they had a sleepover, she had a bit of a listening party, she did exercises, she did mental health and therapy sessions, and yeah, it was amazing. I didn't get to watch all of it, I just watched bits now and again. Thankfully she did upload bits after the 4 days had ended, so you could watch certain parts of it, especially the therapy session. But let's talk about the album Witness. Where is this beautiful album? I pre-ordered it and it came on the day of its release, thankfully, because I was so excited to listen to it. This album has 15 songs, and this is the deluxe edition, which you can only get on Katy Perry's website, I believe. You are given 2 extra songs, which one is called Dance with the Devil and the other one is Act My Age, and Act My Age is probably my jam right now. My favourite, hands down, even from the first listen, was Save as Draft, which is track number 13. Look at that, I didn't even realise it was track number 13. But yeah, Save as Draft, track number 13, my lucky number. It has really heartfelt meaning, and every time I listen to it, it does get me a little emotional. It's not very often I like the really emotional songs. They're not normally my favourites, shall we say, but Save as Draft has really got me deep, and I absolutely, hands down, love it. The other songs that I would say that stand out for me are track number 2, which is Hey Hey Hey, track 6, which is called Power, track number 8, which is called Miss You More, and that is another kind of like heartfelt, emotional song, but it's again beautiful. Oh, and one that will definitely get people up dancing about is track number 14, Pendulum. But every track on this album is so good. I really love this album. I cannot wait for my sister to listen to this and hear it for herself. So this is probably the most obvious thing that I had to put up there in this favourites video, and that is Paramore's brand new album. Now boy, this is gonna get very deep and hopefully won't last too long. On May 12th, Paramore's brand new album After Laughter was released, and boy is it did it. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. After the first listen, I was already in love with it. I really love the kind of 80s vibe that they're going with this album, and just the very happy tone of the songs, just the very deep emotional lyrics. It's almost kind of like a happy depression topic that this album really focuses on, and I really like that. I was so excited for the album that by the time it came to the release, I was nervous I actually wasn't going to like it. Like I worked myself up, like I cannot wait for this album, I cannot wait for this album. And then it got to like a few days before and I was like, what happens if I don't like it? And I listened to it and oh my gosh, there's no way I could not like this album. It is just right up my street. It has a very Fleetwood Mac vibe about it, and again, I love that about it. I just keep repeating myself, I'm sorry. There are 12 tracks on this album. My absolute favourite is track number 7, which is called Pool. I also love Rose Colored Boy, Fake Happy, Forgiveness. Oh, I love Forgiveness so much. Caught in the Middle, Grudges, Idol Worship. I mean, I might as well just name the whole friggin' album because it is just so good. I don't really have any negative thing to say about this album apart from the fact I want more. As you guys know, I went to the Paramore Tour 1 tour? The After Laughter Tour 1. I went to see Paramore in London at the Royal Albert Hall, as you may have seen in my vlog if you've watched that vlog. If you haven't, go check it out, because if you want to see Paramore live on stage and you didn't get a ticket to go see it, go check it out because it's all on there. But yes, I just can't deal with this band. This band is just my life. I've loved them ever since I was 13, and that has now been 11 years. It's crazy how long I've loved this band, and I don't think I could ever never like them. I don't think I could stop. It's just physically impossible for me now. It's like Harry Potter. That's been, you know, a part of my life for 18 years, and Paramore have been a part of my life for 11 years. It's just when things go on that long, it's just impossible to break that relationship, break that bond. I just want to show you the tour t-shirt that I got of like when I went to see Paramore. It has all of them on. I say all of them, all the 3 members that are in the band now, which is obviously, if you know, is Taylor, Haley and Zach, and oh, it just makes me happy. This album, I really feel this album speaks to me at this time in my life, just as the other albums did when I was much younger. And yeah, I don't really have anything more to say apart from the fact I love Paramore and I love music in general, because I would not have met the so many people that I have met, and we are like some of them, like Scarlett, Paige, Misha, the people that I mentioned, Courtney, you saw her in the vlog, they are all people that I've met through social media because of music, and I cannot express that enough of how much I love the kind of society we live in nowadays. It's just amazing that we can get to do that. That is the end of this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe to our channel and comment below. I love you guys, and I will see you guys next video. Bye!